A friend of mine, cocktail bartender. What I liked about this cocktail was the construction and the idea around a perfume. So the perfume was called Lipstick Rose, but the construction of the cocktail is actually very straightforward. It's kind of using sort of same principles of what we would call a champagne classic, with just a little twist on the ingredients. So I'm just going to open this first. Good. There. And the last bits. Now we are normally told that in the bar world that lipstick on a glass is a really bad idea. Well, I don't think so. In fact, the idea here is that the lipstick all relates to the perfume, to the smell. There's a slight rosy, waxy smell, particularly for this perfume. So it's just a bit of fun, really, and it's a great garnish. It's kind of a simple garnish. So the traditional construction of a champagne classic uses bitters, and you'd normally use Angostura bitters. The cocktail I made yesterday, you guys, is kind of really based on the same kind of thing. But in this case, we're actually going to use a little Peychaud bitters. Peychaud bitters actually comes from New Orleans, and was a component in one of the very first cocktails. Sazerac. This is actually devised by an apothecary. So this is just going to add a little bit of fizz to it, and also a kind of a dimension of bitterness and complexity into the spirit. If anyone wants to have a taste of Peychaud bitters, if you don't know what it tastes like, they're very cardamom. Just back of the hand. That's if you ever want to look Japanese bartenders are always back of the hand. That's how they taste everything. It's quite. Be careful. It's very powerful as a flavour. Okay, so what we then did was we've got a couple of different things. I've got couple of different flavour notes. So there's a little bit of raspberry, a little bit of violet in here. So I'm actually using a chef's measure because I actually think beware bartenders that don't use measures. It's very hard to control things like that, the actual flow, something as simple as a syrup. So what we then took was we actually took some vodka and we've actually infused this. So this has got rose in it and also some gum arabic.
Vodka and rose?
So the gum arabic will actually accentuate the mouthfeel so you'll get that slight waxiness, you know, which you get when you kiss someone. Yeah, a little lipstick. I'm just going to control this again. So what I love about this, and when I was talking to the bartenders the other day, I said, look, this for instance is a cocktail. Irrespective of whether you like the flavours or not, I mean this is quite, you know, sweet and intense. The story, yeah, the idea behind it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And one of the things that Tony is, as a bartender, is very good at. There's a lot of bartenders that can come up with interesting flavour combinations, but the ideas behind things is where Tony really